Trivia question for Tuesday, February 17th, 2026. Which pitcher in Major League Baseball history won 50 or more games 2 times? The answer, Al Spalding. Have you heard of this guy? I've heard of the Spalding baseball and Spalding sporting equipment. But at Baseball Reference, Al Spalding has a box score of 7 years, 1871 through 1877. 7 years. And you know what he did? He won 251 games. What? In 7 years? What's 7 times 30 games? 240, right? No, 210. 7 times 3 is 21. This guy won 251. He averaged 35 victories per season for 7 years. Okay, now let's look at it. 1871 through 1877. What kind of baseball era was going on back then? Well, his first season, he won 19 games. Led the league. Black ink. 1872, he wins 38. 1873, 41 victories. 1874, he wins 52 games. 1875, he comes back and wins 54 more. Back-to-back 50-win seasons. 1876, he wins 47. That's the second time over 40. Or second time 40 or more wins. 2 times 50 or more wins. 1 time 38 wins. And the other time 19. And in 1877, he doesn't win a game. So actually, I need a correction. He didn't win 251 games in 7 years because it says 7-year career for him. Because he got into 4 games in 1877, but he didn't win a game. So actually, he won 251 games in 6 years. I got to do the math on this one. 251 divided by 6. I've got it here. 251 divided by 6. He averaged 41 wins in his 6 years per season. Average. Okay, so what's going on in the 1870s? They're playing baseball. He's playing for Boston and Chicago. He starts 325 games and finishes 279. So that's an indication that he's going 9 innings every time he's pitching. And the other thing you want to look at is how many games did the team play? For example, in 1871, how many did they play? I'm looking it up right now. In 1871, the Boston Red Stockings played 31 games. See, so the National League, it was very much in its infant stages. So Boston, 31 games. Did you know that Al Spalding in 1871 pitched in every game for his team that year. They played 31 games. He had 31 starts. Did you know that one? I didn't know that one. He won 19 games, 257 innings. So, what happened in 1872? The team upped its games played. They played 48 games in 1872. Do you know what Al Spalding did in 1872? He pitched in every game that season. 48 starts, completed 41 of them, had 404 innings, and won 38 of the 48 games they pitched. So you see what's going on here? The team not playing that many games, but they're just using one pitcher the entire game. His name is Al Spalding. So he gets the win or the loss. 1873. Let's look at it close. How many games did the team play? Well, they upped it up a little bit. They got up to 60 games that year. Okay. How many games did Al Spalding start? Well, he was in all 60 games pitching, but he started 53. So somebody else got a start. I don't know who it was. But what does Al Spalding do in 1873? He wins 41 games. This is crazy. Can you imagine a team playing a game and it's the same pitcher every single game start? So 1873, Spalding was in 60 of those games, all 60. But he started 53. So 7 other games was started by somebody else. So there's a little change in philosophy going on right there. All right, let's look at 1874. This is crazy. 71 games for the Boston Red Stockings. How many games did Al Spalding pitch out of those 71? Every one. 71. He pitched in all 71 games, but he started 69. And he wins 52 of them. That's crazy stat. 71 games, he wins 52. All right, 1875. What's going on for this season? 83 games. Let's see. No, 82 games. Did Al Spalding in 1875 get into 82 games? Nope. He did 72 of them. Started 62 and won 54 of them. So there's another pitcher helping out Al Spalding, because remember in the previous seasons, he's in every game. This one, he's not in every game, 1875, but he wins 54 of them. All right, 1876. He's now pitching for the Chicago White Stockings. They play 66 games. See, these teams back in the 1870s didn't even get up to 100 games. So he has 66 games. Al Spalding pitched in 61 of them. Started 60 and won 47. So Al Spalding's 251 victories in 6 years was a result of him pitching basically every single game that the team played. He started almost every one of them. He had 325 starts in 6 years. And he wins 251 games. How about his winning percentage? Listen to this. 794. 79% of the time he was winning the game. He had a good team behind him, and they scored runs, and they were winning games. 2.13 career ERA, but it's 6 years. That's good. He's in the twos. 2,886 innings in 6 years. Workhorse. Listen to the inning totals: 257, 404, 496, 617, 1874. He pitches 617 innings. 570, 528. Strikeouts. This is an odd stat. Did you know this stat about Al Spalding? In 2,886 innings, he struck out 248 guys. What? Is that all? So what is he doing? Is he pitching underhand? Is he pitching overhand, sideways? I think he's lobbing the ball up there, and the other team hits it either to the defense or makes a lot of outs. He's not striking out very many guys. 248 of them he struck out in 6 years. So apparently something's going on in these games that we're not really aware of. Apparently, both teams are playing the 9-inning game. They are playing. But the pitchers are just throwing the ball, and the team is just hitting the ball all over the yard. And as a result, the defense is getting a lot of outs, maybe fly ball outs, ground ball outs. There's probably a lot of runs scored in all these games. But in the end, Al Spalding either wins the game or loses it. He lost 65 games. So he had a good team probably behind him that scored a lot of runs, and they won a lot of games. Even though he probably gave up a lot of runs. How many runs did he give up? He gave up 1,790 runs. So probably the games were 15 to 14, 20 to 18 games. So we have to take everything in perspective with Al Spalding's 251 wins in 6 years. 2 seasons, 50 or more wins. 2 other seasons, 40 or more wins. And 1 other season, 38 wins. Black ink. Well, obviously, he's leading. He's the most dominant pitcher in that era. Black ink, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he leads the league in wins 6 times out of 6 years. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 black inks in 6 years. Al Spalding. Led the league in wins 6 times out of 6 years. Led the league in winning percentage 4 times. Led the league in games 3 times. Games started twice. Complete games once. Shutouts. He had 24 shutouts. So he's pretty good. Must have been a good pitcher. 2 shutouts. Led the league in innings twice. He also had 13 saves. So this guy stands out as one of the most unique pitchers in baseball history. And he gives it up. It gives up his career at age 26. Let's project this. He wins 251 games in 6 years. Double it. Let's say he played 12 years, and he's on the same pace. That's 502 wins, right? Let's double it again. Let's get up to 18 years. That's 753 wins. If Al Spalding continued the pace that he was on, and pitched for 18 years, he would have had 753 wins. Obviously, that's a wild projection, and it didn't happen because he only pitched 6 years. So you may say an anomaly, is that the right word? Anomaly, something kind of like an X-file. It was a out of the ordinary situation. But let me ask you this question. Why was he the only one who did it? Weren't there other teams playing, and were there not other pitchers pitching? Yes, there was. So if he was able to win 251 games in 6 years, why weren't there other pitchers in the same similar situation on different ball clubs able to reproduce what Al Spalding did? The question has to be answered this way. Al Spalding was one of the better pitchers of that era, 1870s. In fact, he may have been the best pitcher, probably on the best team that really gave him a good support. I find Al Spalding's box score one of the most craziest I've looked at. Listen to the win total: 19, 38, 41, 52, 54, and 47 in 6 years. He's pitching in every game, just about, that his team is playing. And he's starting 95% of the games that his team played, he started. There were a few times where he did not start the game, but he came in relief in a lot of the games. Al Spalding has to go down in history as one of the most craziest stats you'll ever see. 251 wins, 65 losses, 794 winning percent. Almost 80% of the time he was winning. 2,886 innings. And yet he only struck out 248 batters. That is crazy. All right, we're done with this guy. What's going on? 1870s. We have no idea what kind of a ball game was being played back then. What were the scores? You know what's interesting also about Al Spalding? I didn't realize this. 2.13 career ERA. So he's giving up 2 runs a game? Career? Average? Now, there are other games where he gave up a lot of runs, and probably other games where he had shutouts. I don't know. How do you look at this guy in baseball history? All right, we're done with him. Interesting guy. Next on the career pitching wins list, I'm going down the list, and Al Spalding's right there at 251 wins. The next guy I'm going to look at, Vic Willis. 13 years, 249 wins. I'll look at his career next. I'm out.